My wife and I purchased the house in 1983 from my mother, who purchased it from her mother and from her grandfather. We've done a little bit of work to the house, but as far as the footprint goes, it's just like it was in 1906. The CSX Railroad right here in 1989 decided to defoliate their right-of-ways. So they drove big trucks full of deadly chemicals down all the railroad tracks. They didn't have enough common sense to know where they were going to blow to. And they blew on this property and killed all the trees that were about 60 foot off that right-of-way down through there. I lost 7 of these big spruce trees here, that big walnut, and a lot of ash trees that were dead before. I knew Brian was into wood. You know, I'd seen some of his work and stuff, and I knew him forever. So I said, hey man, how about these slabs? You got to jump on these slabs, you know. So he did. It's good. It's a good thing. Brian's an artist, no doubt. He sees art in things that other people don't. I guess that's how an artist works. They see art somewhere and then transfer it into what they see. And Brian does real good. It's good.
I've wanted to do Indy Urban Hardwood Company for quite a while. And for what it's worth, in the smallest grassroots ways, I had done it. Like I said, me and Corey Robinson had worked over at the IMA. When they cut the parking garage over there, we got a bunch of trees. That was back in 2000. 17 years ago, we milled trees for the first time here in town trying to save wood. I went to Heron School of Art here downtown in Indianapolis, and I ended up studying furniture design and sculpture. I graduated from there in the mid-90s. 97, I got hired by the IMA, the Indianapolis Museum of Art, to work in the exhibit design department. I used to install and handle the collections for them. I traveled around the country, around the state, installing art exhibits of all kinds for them. When we try to look at our day-to-day here at the Indy Urban Hardwood Company, we could be milling, we could be getting wood stickered to dry, we could be doing site visits to visit new properties that have trees up for grabs. We make things. I'm doing this because I want us to do better as a community. I felt shocked that Indianapolis, being the advent of the mill itself, the men who invented that mill invented it right here in town. And we changed the way sawmills work. Like, urban lumber is possible because of Wood-Mizer. Yeah, I really love the fellowship, or whatever you call what we got going. I think a lot of us are more than friends. We seem like family, or cousins at least. Our banter is hilarious. Having these guys around, going from site to site, meeting these families. So many families have been impacted by losing their trees. And some, we're milling the tree and we're gonna bring them back at a table. I'm really excited. Like, the farm to table movement's so hot in food right now. We're yard to table. We're gonna come to your yard and take your tree and bring you back a nice table. And that's kind of been part of our process here too. I've met so many cool people that I otherwise, we'd have had no connection with them. Them losing their trees has made us all friends now. It's been really nice.
My name's Corey Robinson. I'm the Chair of Fine Arts here at the Heron School of Art and Design, and I'm Associate Professor of Furniture Design. We are in the Furniture Design Lab now. This is our shared bench room for the undergraduate course of study. I know Brian Presnell and Indy Urban Hardwoods through a lot of different ways, primarily that we have a strong connection to Heron, both being alumni from the mid to late 90s time period.
Oh, nice one. Nice shot. Rolling time?
My position at school affords an outlet for some of the product he'll be producing. He has a relationship with the school and an interest in donating and allowing students to purchase material at a reduced price. And so that's very attractive to college students, where education continues to be an expensive part of their growth, you know, to find their career. And so the more I can do to help offset the cost of materials, the better. And Brian is certainly one that understands that firsthand, being an alumni of our program. And he's, from day one of starting Indy Urban Hardwoods, has had that in mind, that he would have a giving back component to his business model.
There's a million reasons why I want to help that school out. I mean, they put me in the driver's seat, you know? Whether they know it or not, they were the first ones to give me some of my tools to get out here and go to these museums and go to these galleries and travel around and be taught by artists around the country how to do shows right. I mean, it was huge. I just want to help the students not have to pay so much for their materials. I want them to learn on material that's cheap or almost free. That to me gives them creative freedom, just like it did for me. When Phil Tennant gave me that big old fat zebra wood board, I flipped my wig, as any kid would. You go give some kid a $500 walnut board and see what they can do with it. I think that's what I want to help do more than anything. What I want to do with Indy Urban Hardwood Company is grow, help promote Wood-Mizer, grow. This is an Indiana thing. You guys invented the mills here. They're manufactured down in Batesville. You know, to me, this is ours. Like, I see a lot of big cities, you know, Minneapolis and New York and Chicago and Detroit. A lot of great cities that are progressive are milling urban trees and making a big deal out of it. I was surprised we weren't, but I'm going to change that. And so over time, hopefully we gain some traction around here, and you know, partnerships like with the Indianapolis Museum of Art, the Indy 500, Heron School of Art. You know, I'm trying to go to the big people in town that can make a difference with me and make this impact, because I believe these trees are worth saving. There's a lot of them, and everybody seems quite receptive.